Welcome back, Guardians. It is Friday. It is Thursday. It is late in the day. I had the console on hiatus for a while, playing with the Switch, doing some app games that have been advertised on some of the other channels that I watch. Um, Getting a lot of other things taken care of and done that I've actually enjoyed doing. Now, the stick drift so far hasn't been terrible, but we're about to find out what's going to happen after I hit the tower. Um, I think what it came down to is that I was able to give it a rest, and so I don't know if that really makes a difference. I mean, I've watched many videos about what causes stick drift in the PS5 controller, and it is basically this cradle that the stick sits in that has two sensors that read an X, Y, and a Z uh, vertex axes, excuse me, and they wear out or they get overcharged or something like that. So I don't know if putting it on rest for about a week or so was what all it needed to have happen, or I mean, I did do a system cache clear the system cache, and that is a thing too. Um, but anyway, so next week Iron Banner continues, so we get 2 weeks of Iron Banner, which is great because I pretty much blew off the first week. The Nightfall is the Disgraced, which is decent. That's nice. I heard this Nightfall is also pretty good to go through. Not as difficult as the other ones. Zone Control and Elimination is the Crucible. So there will be no Iron Banner this week. What the fuck am I wearing? Okay. So yes, there's Iron Banner, Valor for the Taking. That's all fine and good. What was this? What is this? Oh, these are the new pants that I picked up. I was trying out, thinking that I could probably get some work off of them. Let's see. We want lawful neutral. No, no. Where is it? Eh. Uh, Reminds me of a certain job I had. I think it's this one here. No, not the boots. What was I wearing? It's been such a while, hasn't it? What were these? Okay, so yeah, these are this is the prodigal strides. Okay, okay. Oh, I should have looked at the shader I had to try to keep some consistency. Gamekeeper, there we go. That wow, imagine amazing what a few days can do to like have my brain just fucking purge everything that I knew about this game already. Um, and we're going to go with although those are kind of cute looking. All right, here we go. There we go. So yeah, discipline on the run here. That's kind of neat. I doubt very seriously I have any quests left, but it's pinging. So yep, no bounties or anything like that. Doesn't show like there's anything here. Still have a bugged quest log. All right, let's go take a look at the tower and pick up the gunsmith bounties and go see what Zur has to sell. I'm sure by now everybody's already had a chance to investigate Zur's wares. In the background, you're going to be listening to me opening up a collectible. It's kind of nice. Plastic here. Don't really need it. Put that aside. It's a really good box design, but all the same. All right, here we are. So far, let's see what happens if I sprint. That is just the weirdest stuff that it reset. Yeah. I mean, it got so bad at one point that I was barely able to be in this menu. The cursor would just go all the way off to that side. So impressive. Um, oh no, there's still a little bit going on. See just a little bit of a twitch once I started getting into the work about. What I had done was I had come over here to the dead zone, um, and I raised it up to 17. It was at 14. So if I bring it down to 14, what happens? Cool thing about kinetic is that glaives also, yeah. So weird. Yeah, there is a funk in the feel. You know how like when you change up to a new gun, you're not used to the way it handles, how you can feel the cursor pull to certain areas to emulate that change in handling. It kind of feels a little bit like that, but I'm not going to be paranoid. Let's just play it as much as we can and see what we can get done. There was one thing I wanted to do that was super important, and I was able to take care of it. Yeah, I don't have any strange coins right now. All right, so what's he got going on here? He's got the Storm Dancer's brace. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's new. I don't play warlocks. Let's see. Charge increases the damage you deal and refunds your super energy. So it's a super energy item, but at least it's balanced here between discipline and intellect. That's good. Like I mentioned before, one of my big things about the exotics or any gear is that if it does a certain intrinsic thing, it should have a stat that features that, you know, makes that be a thing. So shoulder charge abilities, yeah. So mobility for faster runs, but also shoulder charge is your melee. So strength is a bit on the wacky side there. So this is kind of, I don't know. This actually might work. This could plug some holes. Uh, 68. Wow, for Liar's Handshake, that's really good. Again, that 16, I would have preferred it in either strength or mobility, but whatever. I already picked up the Prometheus, and I already had the Fighting Lion. Let's see. Off of this end here, we have the Quick Fang, of course. Sail Spy Pitch Glass, which is craftable, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Canis Major. Oh, Chain Reaction is always a good perk on a grenade launcher. Field Prep is decent. Spiky grenades. Spike grenades are kind of cool. Handling is okay. This is a pretty solid build. I would pull this out I would buy this to play with, but I already have a good grenade launcher. Gnawing Hunger on the Subsistence and Rampage, I just deleted one of the last things I did before my game janked out on me. Main ingredient was really powerful at one point in PvP, believe it or not, in Crucible. High impact reserves and moving targets, a good combo. You got particle repeater for extra impact and stability. That's nice. Again, this is a pretty solid choice. I don't really use fusion rifles. I think I have a crafted one also. Nature of the Beast used to be a superstar back in the old Crucible. So rangefinder and subsistence. I'm not too keen on the subsistence perk. I thought that was going to be something that helped me with the reloads, and it kind of does. But in a hand cannon of 180 speed, it's not going to be fast enough. So kind of a dead spot here. Steady rounds is okay if you struggle with stability. Always go for more range. This would have been better with a range perk. So I'd say I'd give it a 2 out of 5 as a pickup. Escape velocity, a submachine gun. There are craftable versions that are decent. This has got massive handling on it. With a machine gun like this, if you're just hip firing, you kind of want that. Gets your reticule over the target as fast as possible. Surrounded is kind of neat because this is a close to mid range weapon, so that'll proc for you. Threat detector as well. Okay. So that's a good synergy right there. Dead orbit, of course, always thinking forward, which is what the future Warcall was supposed to be doing, but yeah, whatever. High reload speed perk versus a range perk. Now that's actually really nice. These three alone would be worth a pickup, but I do have two really good submachine guns already. And down here in the armors, of course, just for the hunters. 63 is a hard pass. 64 is pass. I'm looking for 66s or higher for myself, but yeah, I mean, if you're brand new in, or you're struggling, or you just wanted to start a hunter, this is a pretty good kit to get you going. That mobility and discipline, yeah, that mobility takes out a lot. Gets tanked quite a bit. Of course, the Hawk Moon on a Killing Wind. Killing Wind again is not a perk that I feature in my playstyle, so don't really care too much for it. Most times I'm tagging and somebody else is fragging and getting the final blow to proc any kind of stat like Killing Wind. So I want to make sure I remember this. Yeah, final blow. So I don't really get the final blow. I lead up the target and then somebody else either viciously poaches it over my shoulder or I just go ahead and move on to the next thing and they clean up. So Killing Wind's not for me. Opening round would be better. Spread shot package is the intrinsic. The Cerberus is a pretty good gun. It's got a gimmick to it, but it's decent. It's a decent run. Wave splitter, wig splitter. That's really nice. The Wardcliffe coil is also a good choice as always. And that's gonna do it then, I guess, kids. Let's go to the Cosmodrome and see how fucked up my controller actually still is. It might just be a matter that I was playing quite a bit. So, even though I wasn't broadcasting most of it, I was playing quite a bit. So now we're going to be thinking about how to make it so that I don't wear it out, which is ridiculous. And yeah, this is still my controller. I thought maybe my wife surprised me with a replacement without telling me. So yeah, it might be that I'll just come back on Fridays. I'll play on Friday afternoons just to kind of like, oh wait, we need grenade rocket launchers. Uh, yeah, it might be that I just play on Friday afternoons and maybe some Saturday. See, rockets, sidearms, and glaives. Okay, so we got the glaive. We get the sidearm. Oh, I could have brought that other one out there, but that's okay. We have to run out here to go get. So far, not so bad. Don't really like. I don't want to push the L3 too much, sprinting things wise. But I do want to get into the play, test things out. Yeah, no, I didn't pick up the public bit. All right, well, things look a little bit better. Whoops. Not too bad. I really don't understand what happened. What the problem was. Hmm. Well, there is another game that I can test. That'll be Pac-Man. It went way shitstorm on that one. Oh, I'm supposed to do ability final blows. Oh wait, shit. Okay, that's my bad. By the way, an uncharged melee counts if you get this traveler's gift control. So, yeah, you get credit for whatever you do. See what we pull out of this. Got the big limbs. And we're done. Alright, well, so far so good. Let's see how she handles in the lost sector. If I want to go ahead and feed into my little bit of paranoia and anxiety, I was playing a lot of Crucible when the left stick drift started happening. So I don't know if that's something that can be added to your gameplay for reasons, uh, or if it's just because that high energy activity on the stick was all that was causing a problem. But for it to exist outside of Destiny, that's where it makes me feel like it was more of a mechanical thing. Captain Overkill. Yeah, yeah, I love the splash on this rocket. Not so good when you're in close quarters, though, which is where I'm heading. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, got me. Alright, let's get out of this bullshit. Let's, yeah, let's do that. Now I gotta get kinetics. We still have some exploders? Yeah, I thought I got them. Howard. Oops, too far. Yeah, I'm trying to test the strafe because that's really important to test. AI's a bit janky, though. Uh, uh, oh, cool, we got more boots. Ants. Alright, well, it seems to be okay. Um, Serviceable. It felt a little off of center, if you will, but I think that's going to be okay. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Until next time, play well and be nice.